They think you're mad at them because you cut them off. They think you're mad at them because you cut them off. They think that you have beef with them. They think you got a problem with them. They think you're the one that got the animosity towards them because you cut them off. Now we know all of that is false. We simply cut them off because we stopped tolerating the BS. That's why they got cut off. Okay. Now, when you finally put your foot down and say enough is enough and start standing up for yourself, of course, they try to make you out to be the problem, but you're not the problem. Okay. You're the solution. Once you stop tolerating the toxicity and you are exiting yourself out that cycle, uh, of course, they're going to beat on their chest. They're going to go tell a whole entire world that you got a problem with them or try to make you look bad. You're just doing what's best for you. Okay. You're doing what is best for you at the end of the day. And that's as you should. You had to do what's best for you and exit yourself out the toxic cycle and break some of the generational curses. Now, and I'm not saying that's the whole way how to do it, but it's a good start because everybody think it's fine that if people are family or if that y'all got kids together, you just stay inside of a toxic relationship. I would never give that advice. That advice has come from stupid people. I'm just going to go ahead and say it because we don't hold our tongue over here. Okay. So, um, you stop tolerating it. You stop tolerating the toxicity. You stop tolerating the verbal abuse. You stop tolerating the mental abuse. You stop tolerating being a punching bag. You stop tolerating being the doormat. You stop tolerating um, being the target for these individuals who all they want to do is take their anger out on you and uh, treat you all types of ways just because they're miserable inside and they hate that you're not, and they are going to want to do anything to get you out of your character. You stop tolerating the negative talk. You stop tolerating the lies and slander. You stop tolerating mistreatment. You stop tolerating allowing people to act any kind of way to you because you recognize who you are. You stop tolerating people throwing rocks at you and hiding their hands and acting like they're goody two shoes and that they never did no wrong, even though they've been treating you like this for so long. You stopped tolerating. It was just enough was enough. It was just I guess the icing on the cake. And like you just stopped tolerating it and you shouldn't. You recognized who you were. You been knew who you were and you been knew how you're supposed to be treated. If not, you just now recognize who you are and how you're supposed to be treated and that you don't just tolerate any kind of people talking to you and about you and treating you any type of way when you are royalty. You are a king or a queen, and you don't have to tolerate people just treating you any kind of way, people talking to you any kind of way, people doing lies and slander just because they're mad at themselves and they want to dim your light and take you out your character because you're the blueprint. They want to really be you. They want that light. They want that light inside you. And if they can't obtain it, they want to get rid of it. So at the end of the day, uh, but yeah, there is no beef. There is no anger. There is no hatred in our hearts for these people because the Lord, and if they needed something, really in a tough situation, we would still be there for it because that's what the Bible says. Okay. But other than that, you don't, there is no beef, there's no anger, there's no animosity, especially on your end. The animosity's been on their end the whole time, the hidden animosity, the jealousy, the envy, the we know all the things that they've been trying to hide against how they feel about us, right? We know all those things. And so um there's no beef and there's no anger. They're probably going around telling people that um you're mad at them or something. And then they probably think that since they think you're mad and since they think it's beef or a problem or whatever, you know, that's just the spirit telling you that. And I'm usually always right. So they think that in their spirit that you're mad at them, that you're angry, and that after some time passes, you're going to cool off and then you everything be back to the way it is. They don't understand that there is no beef. There is no anger. There is no animosity. There's no hatred in your heart. You just simply cut them off for good, for good, for good, for good, um, for your own sanity and because you recognize who you were and because you don't have to tolerate being treated any type of way. That's how they allow themselves to be treated by their significant others or situations in their life. That's how they allow their self to be treated. That ain't got nothing to do with you. That ain't got nothing to do with you. And so, yeah, a lot of people, they got to recognize that they can't go around in this world operating any type of way and talking to anybody out the side of the neck and treating anybody any type of way just because they feel a way. Like, control your emotions, you grown ass individuals. Seriously. Like it's becoming embarrassing that a lot of people is so grown and still don't know how to act. Like it's really embarrassing. Like people got to grow the hell up. Seriously. And so, yeah, you don't have to tolerate any of that. You know what? You stop tolerating that. And, they can call it what it is, but no, well, they can't call it what it is because they're not going to accept accountability. They can't go around and tell people I treated them this way for so many years and I thought they was going to keep accepting it. They are not going to go and tell that truth. They're not going to go and say that. They're going to go and say that you have a problem with them or you not talking to them anymore. And oh, and victim, whatever way they try to play it, like, oh, uh, maybe try to bring kids into it or your mother into it or whatever family into it, to try to still make you look like a bad guy when you're just doing what's best for you. We cannot go around in this life all the time and every day. Let's see the people who are actively trying to grow and you are surrounding yourself with those people who are trying to prohibit your growth, stop your growth, uh, and get you to backtrack. That is that's causing friction in a scientific sense because it's talk about all the senses, like in a spiritual sense and scientific aspect. So it's just like it's all reality. Okay, so it prohibits your growth. If something is going this way and something else going this way, just like I think that's physics. You rub it together, that's called friction. And that things a lot of things can't move forward like that. I mean, I don't know, maybe some machines do, but as human beings, if there's so much friction and you're trying to move forward and grow, and the other people you're around are just being negative, all the things that you stop tolerating, they're being all those things, uh, treating you any kind of way, et cetera, uh, and you stop tolerating it so you can continue your growth, then that's not that's not that's not you being mad at them. That's doing what's best for you and continuing to grow and choosing you over the disrespect, choosing you over the mistreatment and all the other things. You decided to choose you. You recognize who you were. And yeah, they can think it's beef because unfortunately they're wrong. But in time, they're going to truly know that you're really serious and that this is really like, this is like forever, unless the Lord say otherwise. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, Joseph, his brothers, when they try to take him out the game, the brothers ended up needing him and coming back and to serve, you know, uh, they came back after Joseph became a strong leader, I don't know, emperor, king or something. Uh, the brothers had to come back and needed him. And so you never know how the Lord works. But at the end of the day, if the Lord ain't working in that way where they coming back and needing you or something, or you truly changing their lives to where like where they're truly growing. And if you know, you know, like truly growing, you're in the truth for it all. So if not, then there ain't no get back. There ain't no it's no get back. So yeah, it's no beef, no anger, no you don't feel no type of way. I mean, it was a lot. It was hurtful. It was evil. It's wicked. It was malicious. It's a lot of scandalous stuff that people did, or how they talk to you, very disrespectful and whatever. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like you can't wallow in that. We don't stay and live off of that and just keep being whatever, if it made you sad for a second or whatever, we're over it. We're over it. The ties have been cut and we're moving forward while they're staying stagnant. They're staying stuck. They're trying to figure out a way back in your life in any way, shape, or form. I actually had two dreams recently. Now, I'm not going to go into depth on them, but the message was that people was trying to come back in my life through kids. Okay. And that was the message. And so you guys be observant of the get back tactics that they're trying to do. After enough time has passed, then they'll try to get back in your life some way, shape, or form. All right. And don't minimize yourself and don't let them back in your life. What you think they're gonna change? What you think they changed? They didn't. You think they changed? They didn't change. You're just letting them back in your life so they could put on a mask and act like they nice for a while, even for a long time. Because oh, they let me back. Let me act like I'm on my best behavior. Let me not cuss them out. Let me treat them a little bit better. Let me be fake until that mask falls off, and then they treat you exactly how they've been treating you. And then who's responsible at that point? Who's responsible at that point is you, because um because you allowed them back in and you allowed them to and disturb your peace again, and you allowed them to uh yeah, disturb your peace, get you out your character, talk back bad about you, disrespect you again, treat you this type of way, that you allowed this stuff again. You allowed this stuff again. And so don't get mad if it happens again, if you let these people back in your life. Okay, so yeah, that is the message today. Don't let these people back in your life. Don't allow them to treat you any kind of way. If you really cut them off and you're serious about truly cutting them off, and you're serious, you stand on business. You stand 10 toes down on business. You stand on business, and um, you continue to grow, and you continue in your peace, and you continue in your happiness, and no more backtracking. Do not go backward. Okay. You are stopping generational curses that been passed down from generation to generation to generation. And that's not the only way how to break generational curses. Okay. There's lots of ways. There's starting to follow the laws, statutes, commandments, start actually turn back to who you truly are and learn your true nationality and stuff like that. So there are many ways to break generational curses. We'll go over that in another video. But for now, that is the message today. Stand on business. Um, these people are mad. These people are thinking you got a problem with them, but the whole time they have the problem with you. Okay, that's the message. Bye.